Liberia. As you are hearing the back, we are just ready to commence the march from Israel community to the federal campus. So I don't know the climax as yet, after here, but I mean, all I can say is a moment of happiness. I see the president of the University of Town is taking forward and the marchers are gathering. So, so you can just turn the camera the other way. Yeah. I tell you, it's a wonderful event.
Good morning to you. Welcome to our online television right here, where we've come to celebrate 75 years of existence. The University of Liberia on today celebrates 75 years. So we'd like to say thanks for joining us. We have the president of the University of Liberia here, accompanied by vice presidents, professors, and the staff, as well as faculty members of the University of Liberia. I want to say a big thank you to you for following us, a big thank you to you for joining us on today's event as we bring you live coverage of happenings here at the University of Liberia. So the parade is about to begin. The parade is about to begin. We will conduct interviews with participants. We will talk to her shortly. But if you just joined us, if you've just come our way, this is Luke's Radio 106.5 FM. And we are coming to you live from the University of Liberia. So the parade is about to begin.
We are waiting the president to come, but she asked us. So I mean that do few
President of the University of Liberia, Dr. Lydia So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, we'd like to say good morning and thank you for joining us Looks online television, the University of Liberia Radio, the University of Liberia TV, where we join in commemoration of UL's 75th anniversary celebration right here. And today is Founders Day. So yesterday was the Thanksgiving service in the auditorium of the University of Liberia main campus. And today is Founders Day. Today we are here. We're here with a parade in celebration of Founders Day. So alumni, faculty, staff of the university, the entire UO administration have converged to join in today's parade here. The parade leads from the Asia community to the University of Liberia Fender campus. So stay with us. Thank you for joining us. That's the president of the University of Liberia, Dr. Lide Mapayan, there with UO administrators. As you can see, UO administration.
Back in 1951. So this celebration marks 75 years of excellent work being done by the University of Liberia.
So she's been escorted by security forces of the University of Liberia. Right here.
Who is marching along with her staff, board members. This is just what we parade towards the Fender campus of the University of Liberia here.
So I want to say thank you. Thank you for joining us here today, from wherever you're watching us from around the world. We're coming to you from Liberia, West Africa. And today we have come to join in celebration of 75 years of existence of the state-run University of Liberia. We've come to join in commemorating 75 years of existence, and of course today we're here at the Founders Day celebration, where university faculty and staff have joined in a parade. I've joined in a parade here this morning in observance of the day. So my name is Ines, and I'm bringing you live coverage here this morning as we commemorate 75 years here at the University of Liberia, the state premier university, where the president of the University of Liberia, Dr. Lide Mapayan, have joined in with faculty and alumni of the University of Liberia in observance of the day. So I want to say thank you to you. Thanks for joining us here. You see vice presidents there, alongside the president of the University of Liberia,
We are marching. It is a beautiful grand parade.
So we are headed for the University of Liberia Fender campus. So if you're weighing in along the Magibi Kakata Highway, you will understand that the University of Liberia is out here in her national color, red, white, and blue.
President of the University of Liberia. We have the PPA Vice President for Administration. We have Vice President for the University of Liberia. We have the Department of
It's 75 years. And we are glad that the University of Liberia get to celebrate 75 years from 1951 to 2026. Since 1951, the University of Liberia establishment the university has made tremendous efforts in impacting society. The university has made a lot of impact and today we can Liberia has produced. So it's an honor to be celebrating 75 years. It's an honor to be celebrating 75 years of existence. And it could be no other than God.
Money, you are on the way.
I would say a big thank you to the Liberian National Police and the government of Liberia for its support to the University of Liberia. We also want to join the president of the University of Liberia in saying over to my colleague Moses Ko, who is going to continue this broadcast from here. Shortly, Moses Ko will take on the broadcast. But stay with us. Stay with us. Stay with us as we show you what's happening here today. The University of Liberia faculty, the faculty of the University of Liberia, the UL alumni here, people who have passed through the walls of the University of Liberia, and of course, the University of Liberia band here, the UL undergraduate colleges, the UL Law School, and of course the deputy manager of Lux FM, Mr. Alfonso George there, the UL Graduate School, Stras Vocational College, St. J. Stras Vocational College there, and of course you can see the UL bus and vehicles back. We would like to say thanks for joining us. We're bringing you live coverage of what is happening here today as we join in to commemorate 75 years of existence of the University of Liberia. From 1951, the university is still moving, still impacting knowledge, still making leaders. And today we have joined in to say we're glad that we've reached 75 years. So let's go back to where the actions are taking place. Today we are celebrating under the theme from our foundation to our future. This year's anniversary, we celebrated under the theme from our foundation to our future. So like I said, Moses Cole will take off from me here. And I want to say goodbye to you. Keep watching.
And so I want to say thanks to her, Maddie Annie Reeves. She's been doing an incredible job. But this is what the duty calls for. So we're going to pick it up from this angle. And let's see what we can bring you. Let's see what I can bring you another location. And from my own side. From my own side. Of course, Moses Pakolo is on this broadcast. Amy Soko Reeves is also on this broadcast. And I'm Moses Cole. So like we said earlier, we have a few media institutions beefing up their activities here. A few media institutions are here. We have the deputy station manager of the University Radio, that's Luke's FM 106.5. And Alfonso George is here. So let's see what we can get at the very, very front. But these are members of the marching band providing us sound. You know, someone said in the absence of this sound, it's very hard. It's very hard for the walk to be this fast. But with the drum beats, every step is a step closer to destination. Our Jalo want to say welcome. Our Jalo want to say welcome. Dr. Mapayan son just joined this broadcast. That's the main man was here. An official and assigned media practitioner in the office of the president. Goes by the name you are Mapayan's son. But until then, this is why it is. Keep fighting us. This is a University Radio. This is a University Radio. On the event marking this 75th Founders Day celebration. On this event marking the 75th celebration of the Founders Day of the University of Liberia. Of course, this is Luke's 106.5 online platform. We are almost there, almost there. If you have taken the route that leads red light, commercial hub of red light to Kakata, we can safely say that we are in the Copper Farm Belt. We are in the Copper Farm Belt. And so yes, the president, along with a team of administrators of the University of Liberia and Professor Dr. Lady Mapayan. I will watch you on camera. Welcome in. And so we are well posted at this time. We are well posted. The president, all blaming with smiles. She carries a red collar t-shirt or blue jeans to march and a nice sunshades. A nice sunshade.
And of course, to the University of Liberia. So today,
Nice
on
sunshade.
this celebration marks 75 years of excellent work and done by the University of Liberia.
She waves as she walks along.
Celebration
She waves as she walks along. Yeah.
Say a happy birthday to the CEO and founders of Peace TV. We celebrate 60th birthday today. And happy birthday to
And the president continues. She continues to wave. Someone will say, and someone will say, that's a sign of integration, saying I'm one of you. I'm one of your very own. Despite the color, despite the country of origin, I'm one of your own. We found citizens as well, giving some friendly words back at the president. So we also have a member of the Liberia National Police, the PSU detachment, also here as part of security details for the president, as well as members of the University of Liberia Police Department as well, all providing a sense of security here. A sense of security here. Yeah, but I mean, it's quite an interesting time here. So if you are watching on via Facebook, this is the University of Liberia Radio. And if you are watching on via YouTube, we want to say welcome to this ITV Liberia. And so keep finding us as we bring you an in-depth coverage of this 75th celebration of the Founders Day of the University of Liberia. Keep finding us. So and so we are walking backward, I can tell you for sure. A very long distance, but I mean, that's what the profession calls for. This is what duty calls for. And once you have the passion, I mean, you go all out. So, I mean, there's no complaining. And we're going to do that to the letter.
What a wonderful and amazing day today.
Watch your back, watch your back.
To have of us, Her Excellency, Dr. Lelia Mataya, President of the University of Liberia, the higher institution of learning within the country, alongside with the Vice President for Administration and the Vice President for Youth Ministry, as we celebrate.
And so, yesterday, all of these activities kick up with a Thanksgiving service.
In the Republic of Liberia,
Thanksgiving service kick off celebration yesterday at the Capitol Hill campus of the University of Liberia, and today is the march. And there are a series of other activities
this is how we celebrate
to mark this day.
the 75th Founders Day of the University of Liberia.
There are a series of activities. It's quite an interesting time here. But I can tell you that we are slowly and gradually winding down onto the campus of Defender campus of the University of Liberia. We are slowly but gradually winding down closing in, someone may say, onto the Fena campus of the University of Liberia. And so bystanders, passers-by, pedestrians, commuters are all trying to get a glance of what's happening here. But again, this is the University of Liberia 75th Founders Day celebration, held under the theme From Our Foundation to Our Future. The theme that speaks a lot of volume, but I know we're going to be getting more clarity on it as we go along. We hope that we can bring you a word from the president or any member of her team. So we talk about this so that we can discuss this theme a bit. Or better still, she might just be appearing on her regular program today, UL President Hour. That's about 5 minutes past 4 o'clock. She might just be appearing today, but we can verify that for sure with the activities that are pending. With the activities pending, we can just verify that. But until then, keep fighting us. So we have. So she continues to give some friendly waves and smiles as this march progresses on. So like we told you earlier, we have a police escort that is leading this. A member of the Liberia National Police is escorting this parade, and he is being ably assisted by members of the University of Liberia Police Detachment. The University of Liberia Police Detachment. Everybody giving their own contribution towards this live coverage. Giving their contribution towards this live coverage. What are you doing? So let's see. Let's see what we can bring you. Some of the gallant men in uniform. Yeah, as members of the UL Police Department, the men and women in uniform that safeguard the day-to-day activities on the campuses of the university. And so these are just a few. We want to say hats up to them, the men and women in uniform, for protecting the campuses of the university. So, like we said earlier, we are slowly but gradually winding down. On the Fena campus of the University of Liberia. And this police guy has been very much professional. And knowing fully well that the bridge is a narrow pathway. And so he had to stop the coming traffic from the Kakata belt to allow a flow from the red light belt towards Kakata. Again, this is the University of Liberia 75th Founders Day celebration held under the theme From Our Foundation to Our Future. So let's see what we can bring you back. The president. Let's see what we can bring back the president in our camera. Okay, so we are back. You go wet, yeah. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is how we celebrate the 75th birthday of the University of Liberia, with Her Excellency, Most Eminent Dr. Leda Mapana, President of the University of Liberia, along with the VPA, the Vice President for Administration, and the Vice President for Youth Relations.
And so let's see what we can bring you. More details here. And after which we shall go back to the very front. So let's see what we can get back at the very front. Of course, like we said earlier, this is a seesaw exercise from one point to another. But this is what we sign up for. And this is what we sign up for on the event marking the 75th Founders Day celebration.
Your phone will drop. You are a graduate of the university. And if you are a student of the University of Liberia, let me say welcome. And of course, this program started yesterday with a Thanksgiving service at the Capital Hill campus of the University of Liberia. Today, backstage, tomorrow will be the student day here at the same famous campus. And of course, on Wednesday, we'll have the committee and campus for Wednesday.
better. And so viewers, we can safely say that we are around the premises of the Defender campus of the University of Liberia. And so and so she receives and so in about 3 minutes from now we will be making a sharp left turn as we engaged the main entrance that leads to the Fender campus of the University of Liberia. So again, the University of Liberia Founders celebrates 75th Founders Day under the theme From Our Foundation to Our Future. This is Luke FM 106.5, the University of Liberia Radio. And of course, Moses Cole on this precinct. So George is also here. Emmanuel Tio is also here, bringing you live coverage of the 75th Founders Day celebration of the University of Liberia. This is officially day 2. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. They kicked up yesterday with an intercessory service at the main campus, or the Capitol Hill campus of the University of Liberia. Yesterday was an intercessory service. It's the parade. Today is the parade. And so we are trusting that the police are going to lock down this traffic so that we have all safety. And yes, true to my word, they have locked down this traffic and we have a free passage at this time. And we see the president continues to wave as she walks on this Monrovia Kakata Highway that leads to the campus of the University of Liberia. Highway to the campus. So University of Liberia have a free passage at this time. Keep fighting us. This is Luke FM 106.5, your University Radio. Your University Radio. Waving to the resident of the campus. So, if you are a prospective graduate or an incoming for the next phase, once they keep fighting us. But this president is serious on her word. She's very serious on her word. And I think that's a sign of leadership. That's a sign of leadership. And so, if you didn't make it this term, be assured that you can try harder for the next one. But this president is not backing down anytime soon. So it's no longer business as usual with that lady Mapoya. It's no longer business as usual with that lady Mapoya. Watch out. That's the escort from the Liberia National Police that leads this march. Here. The president's been flanked by able lieutenants. The president's been flanked by her able lieutenants. I mean, it is a new day in the life of the University of Liberia. This is a new day. This is a new day. Yeah, so you know, I got this right now. I'll tell you about it more. But I don't have any phone. Man, and don't be the same phone. So keep sharing this live broadcast. Keep sharing this live broadcast. So I can safely say we have reached the entrance that leads to the Fender campus of the University of Liberia. Police are doing a remarkable job here, making sure that all safety measures are well followed. Hello? Yeah, so we go straight at the end. Okay. And so this march is being directed. Follows the president. Richmond BK, thanks so very much, Richmond BK. And so if you are a prospective graduate, kindly let us know where you're joining us from in your department as well, so we can recognize you. And so we can finally say we are on the campus, the Fender campus of the University of Liberia. And here comes the president. The president has a lot of energy. Yeah, there she goes. Okay. She dances to this tune. And also we have our able lieutenant. Notice where it's just right there. And this is the university radio. Let me and there goes the president. Let me bring you the president. There goes the president. Yeah. The president dances to this room. No, we keep moving. Newton S. Fale wants to say welcome. We want to say welcome. Yeah. We are fun of the year, ladies and gentlemen. We are fun of the year. I'm Bruce Freeman Fumbler. Wants to welcome.
So, the president of the University of Liberia. Put our hands together for the president. Our president, you're welcome.
Stay with us. We see you stay energized, the enthusiasm. Tell us, what's the secret? I I was concerned, like I spoke to you and said, Madam President, can you do it? You said, yes, I can do it, Eunice.
Of course. I mean, it's very energizing to be celebrating our 75th anniversary. I love UL. I love everybody at UL. I'm excited about this day, this anniversary, and this year. We're just getting started. Yes.
Tell us, what are prospects for other years to come? Okay, that's the president of the University of Liberia. We'll allow her rest. We'll allow her to
Then we will come back, of course.
come back to you. We have a lot to talk about.
Well, like I said, she's still dancing. This president has a lot of energy. She's still dancing to this Liberian tune, or this African tune, you may say. And so this program is about to commence. Let's see whether we can take a position. Let's see what we can help us with, please. Okay. For you, sir.
Where is short? Is that where is short?
I hope so too. How you doing, Mama?
Yeah.
Okay, put this one right here.
You want pee here?
Just this.
I can sit.
No,
No,
I can't stand. I mean, I can't sit.
you want me to sit on this?
No. Sit.
Okay.
I'm standing. I just want this to have access to
Okay, no problem.
Yeah. Because I didn't feel it, yeah. So, I
Oh,
want
c'est le fin. Ok, on va stand. Il y a le fin.
And so, up next, the Department of Fine and Performing Arts under the MRC Sawyer College of Social Sciences and Humanities at the University of Liberia is going to have this
Good morning,
art and
ladies and
craft
gentlemen.
exhibition in commencement, in commemoration of
Permit me to
105th.
stand on all existing protocols.
Appreciate it.
Department of Fine and Performing Arts, MRC Sawyer College of Social Sciences and Humanities, University of Liberia, 105th Commencement Convocation Acts and Crafts Exhibition, date 16 February 2026 at this hour. Our first agenda item is opening prayer. That should be done by Reverend Juanita Goodrich. Reverend Juanita Goodrich is not here. We will ask any clergy to do our opening prayer. Thank you.
So we want to pray. I want to say salam alaikum. If you belong to any faith, you respect your faith. If you are a Christian like myself, let us pray. Our Father and our God, we want to thank you. We honor you this morning for such a wonderful time. We ask, Lord, as we begin this program, let your spirit begin with us and lead us into whatever activity that will be done here today. Father, thank you for your grace and your presence. For in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Thank you so much. We'll take our welcome remarks, and that will be done by the chairperson of the Department of Fine and Performing Arts, Mr. Richard R. Mensah. Thank you.
Mr. Richard R. Mensah, who is the chairperson of the Department of Fine and Performing Arts.
I bring you warmest greetings from the Amos Soil College of Social Sciences and Humanities. On behalf of the Department of Fine and Performing Arts, I warmly welcome you all to our exhibition, our annual Arts and Craft Exhibition program. Most especially, we welcome you, our distinguished president of the University of Liberia, Professor Dr. Lady Mapaya, our Vice President for Academic Affairs, who is also the chairman of the Convocation Committee, Professor Dr. Agnes Reeve Taylor, the Dean of our college, Amos Soil College, Associate Professor Josephus M. Gray, our guest speaker, Vice Presidents present, Deans, Directors, Chairpersons, Instructors, staff members, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. This artistic journey continues to be a reality year after year through the support of our hard-working faculty and staff. We extend thanks and gratitude to our noble institution for giving us the privilege to market our department and express ourselves through artistic videos and films. The rationale for art education explores how we express our identity through creativity. The pieces you see on display today are not just artworks, but rather they are stories of passion, skill, and resilience. We are deeply honored to have you here to express the passion, dedication, and unique perspectives of our creativity, which transforms raw material into heartfelt narratives. Our themes range from landscapes, still life composition, portraits, clothing and textiles, beadcraft, graphic designs, as well as portrait paintings for unveiling. So on behalf of the Department of Fine and Performing Arts, I humbly welcome you all to this Art and Craft exhibition and enjoy the program and the stories beyond every creation. Thank you.
So that was the voice of Mr. Richard R. Mensah, the chairperson of the Department of Fine and Performing Arts. So next up is the introduction of the guest speaker, and it's going to be done by Mr. Jackson Coty. It's the introduction of the guest speaker, and it's going to be done by Mr. Jackson Coty.
Okay, so we are asking the audience to just come down closer, please. Please fill in the front chairs so that we can all have this occasion together.
Okay, you are studying biology, emphasis in biological sciences. We want to welcome you
can do that
watching us
before
from
we can introduce our guest speaker.
and you are also a senior student. I want to say welcome.
Our next agenda item, the introduction of our guest speaker, and that will be done by your humble MC, Master of Ceremony, standing right here. Our guest speaker for this all-important occasion is not a stranger at the University of Liberia. He has 4 degrees from the University of Liberia, a BA in Print Journalism and English, LLB Louis Arthur Graham School of Law, MA International Relations, IBB Graduate School, MA Peace and Conflict Studies, Kofi Annan Institute for Conflict, University of Liberia Adjunct Faculty Department of Media, Communication and Media Studies, Assistant Professor English and Language Studies Department, member of the thesis panel, MSc Sawyer College of Social Sciences and Humanities. Award. In 2023, he was awarded the most versatile faculty member in MSc Sawyer College, having taught media law, political science, and English. Our guest speaker for this all-important occasion is no one else but Councillor Mark Belderon Freeman. Let's just put our hands together. Put your hands together as we welcome our guest speaker.
So there he comes. Councillor Mark B. Freeman, Associate Professor, is the guest speaker for today's Art and Craft exhibition.
Introduction. I deliberately didn't give my CV to the gentleman who introduced me. We had an experience when I graduated from the law school. The professor who introduced the guest speaker spent a longer time than the guest speaker. So I just want to quote a few things that will be useful. To add to your introduction, I'd like to point out a few things. That I'm also a gender specialist and advocate. I was one of those who worked to establish what we call the Ministry of Gender Quest. Now we have added children. So that's one of the things I'm proud of. And let me say also that I'm proud to be a graduate of the University of Liberia. I'm among the longest staying students at the university. I started here since 1985, and up to 2019 I was still a student when I graduated, but I didn't yet graduate. I graduated at valedictorian. My average was more than the undergraduate and then the graduate school. That's all I wanted to add, that I'm not a small student on the campus. All right, having said that, I know we've been under tension for graduation, including the president herself being busy. I wanted to wear my t-shirt and really move. But one thing I discovered is that she dances well. And let me say thank you for that. All right.
It's just testament of what you said earlier.
President of the University of Liberia, Professor Dr. Agnes Reeves Taylor, Vice President for Academic Affairs, Professor Josephus Moses Gray. He even wanted to come today. I told him follow the advice of the doctor. That's why he's not here. Let me say that fellow faculty members, let me also say the character maybe to run away. I'm sure I will go and join you as a student, fellow student. Let me say, ladies and gentlemen, I bring you greetings from a quiet corner. And also, when I graduated 2019, class, centennial class, that's why I shall share light on the definition of art and craft. That is not to suggest that you don't know what art and craft means, but because I have the flow, let me define. This paper, this is to guide me. We say art and craft refers to a wide range of creative,
poultry, knitting, using imagination, skill, and tools to create handmade items, often utilizing materials like clay, fabric, or yarn. Later I will label my hair for us to exchange for a minute or two. The key things, art and craft are vital to society. One of the important are vital to society as they foster cognitive development. When I saw this phrase, I thought about Dr. Mapaya as a psychologist who know what they call cognitive development. And I see the youngest man from India there do cognitive development in that presentation while promoting economic, social, and emotional growth. On this, the importance of art, Dr. William E. Allen, he taught me his story about 40 years ago. That was suggest I'm just telling you, for us to have a bigger forum, a longer time where the different people, the different professionals, psychologists, historians, political scientists, all those people who are in Liberia College that you don't know, on a day that you bring them together so they know what it is that we stand for in terms of our own art and craft. We also say that the art and craft is important in childhood development. Those of you who are from teacher college or other areas, even a psychologist will know how to develop a child. I've only read about that. I'm not an expert, but like I said, I will pick from different professionals so that the day will come when they will lecture from their own expert level. Then we'll talk preservation. This is the most important thing I want to do. A tangible link to heritage, reflecting history, culture, and identity, which keep traditional practices alive for future generations. We did a poem 40 years ago. We called that poem, that essay was by Max Rafferty, and it was entitled The 5 Main Purposes of Education. Rafferty means 5 purposes for education, and the second of these is to pass down the cultural heritage. That is one of the main reasons why you have LU today, to pass down the cultural heritage. But what is Liberia's cultural heritage? That is still being debated. I understand the South on National Commission before, headed by Dr. L. Udom. I don't know what the report has been, but some effort that shows that we need to really come together and define what is our heritage. I cannot tell you, I can tell you a few things. Part of our cultural values, one of those is that we don't insult our elders. I can tell you my father died, he was 89. He said some things that didn't sound sensible. But in my culture, I cannot look at my father and say, okay, talking something silly. So I didn't do that because the culture did not allow me. There are some things that are going on today. This is just to stimulate you so that culture. One of the Liberian constitutions, the one we stand for our culture. So let me say thanks to the Art and Craft Department. This is a constitutional role that you are playing, and by extension, the University of Liberia. As you can see me today, I may not be as you wish, but I'm in my Art and Craft form. We say art and craft also, one aspect of this important has to do with social connection and community. I could have come with my costume from the southeast. But the Jibro will know that we tie the lapa down and put coat on it. But because to tie that lapa in the hand, I mean, the good one, and we're getting it. So I'm in this, with that bear with me. One of the things I will say, we don't have to respond, but like I said, we don't have time for the. For example, our women do not marry women. You know that. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, I'm just telling you what. That part of our culture, when you see something else happening, it's because they have invaded and they have invaded and caused erosion in terms of the values that we stand for. Today you can hear, for those of you who were here during the war, there's a breakdown of social order right now. I had a class, I will not say which class, it was an English class, and most of the children that entered that class, they were close to 100 and something. But I caught real hell in that class. Since I've been teaching our particular class, seems to have been a group of deviants. I will spend the 1 hour 30 minutes trying to put them together. But we ended the class. So let thank God for that. That shows that we need, somebody proposed that we have sessions where psychologists will talk to our people, our students, in terms of the trauma. Level where I will see a fellow faculty member and they respect it. Are you there? In our tradition, like I said, we do not insult elders. So in protection, I'm not looking at the merit of the case. In defense of our culture, something happened recently. Misbehavior was punished with when somebody is rude in my class. I follow strict policy. You absent 3-4 times, you up. Is that good? We're not there yet. I'm just telling you. There is also what you call, in order for you to do what you are doing, there is a legal framework. The law backs out and cross in Liberia. Like I said, the Constitution mandates that the positive aspects of our culture be preserved. For you to promote, you got to preserve. And then you promote so that we'll be able to pass down to the next generation. But we have to have discussions around what is it that we are passing on to the next generation. We need to have discussions around that. What are those things that we stand for as a nation that we need to protect? There are some influences that are not part of our culture. So I will not encourage you. Those books, I will not tell you everything is good. Everything about the Western culture is not everything there that is good. There are some good things. The education that I have, and I'm talking to you now, is from the West. But I also have my traditional education. Now, for example, when you hear somebody sagging, you know what they call sagging? You leave your trousers out there, and as you are moving, it's just like this. Even there are some older people who do that. Those are the ones that are influenced by the young people. They want to be young all the time, so they are also sagging. When you see a man with earrings, I'm not saying, I do not condemn that, but it's not part of our culture. So on an institutional level, that's not something that you need to protect and to promote. But because of the freedom that we have, you can allow those students. One of the guys I was disturbing my class, he got this different hair, which I don't condemn. He had earrings, but those are the influences. We have some positive values that we need to keep. For example, you talk about breastfeeding. Those are values from us. They are from Liberia, they are from Africa. And the World Health Organization has looked at breastfeeding as one of the best practices in the world.
6 months, some of us went beyond 2 years. For 2 reasons, the old man loved us, and then they had the paper with regular milk. So that was our luck. So people like us, they breastfeed us. I'm not saying that's why I graduated from the university all this time as a shining star, but it made a contribution. When you get cow milk all the time, when the students are ready sometimes, no student has shot a professor on the campus before, God forbid. But it happens in other cultures where somebody was being bullied, teased, and the guy got and said, Prof, you hear my friend laughing at me and you're not talking, you fire. And then you fire 10 students plus the prof. You say, I finished with my business now. Those are the influences of the cow. All right, like I said, this debate can go on for a very long time. But my purpose here is to stimulate you to take interest in the whole issue of our arts and craft, which is part of our culture. We need, like I said, that as I conclude, Dr. Mapine, I'd like to make a suggestion, a proposal to you. Let me recognize close to immediate boss, Dr. Reed, addressing your absence. I'd like to say, I'm happy that you are here. I'm proposing that because we don't have much time, first I'm proposing that we expand the scope of this art and craft exhibition. This is good that has been going on. But let it be one of your legacies, Dr. Mapine, that we expand the programming scope, that we can dedicate a whole day while the different professionals, the psychologists, I myself, I'm not blowing my horn. But when you are having it, I will come around. So I have a lot of experience to do over there. I'm also a lot graduate who come to this study. So the different conflicts that we have between our culture and invading cultures, we can sit down and look at it. So let me conclude that such an expansion will require collaboration. No one person can do it. And I'm suggesting, based on what I know as a journalist, not as a lawyer, because I have to point out my chapter and others, but what I know as a journalist, the American embassy, they used to sponsor Liberians for art exhibition. And I have no doubt that even in the absence of usage funding, I don't speak on behalf of them, but they did it before. So I know that. But I understand that there are amendments that were made to the law where you have a separate Bureau of Culture and Tourism. I'd like to say that we should not look down on our own cultural practices. And then you have other professionals, the psychologists. Some of us will not crazy, but we're doing things that are out of the way and answer programs. But I'm hoping that I have you so that you take interest in art and craft. Last recommendation to the art and craft exhibition, I want you to, what I have here is not necessarily Liberian. My thing uniquely Liberian, so that when I come next time I will not be here talking. Wherever I am, I want you to look at me. What the children can call swap, you know so? And I want to call swap? Yeah, I won't be able to. One of the ways to encourage our children in terms of the deviations that they're going through, you have to learn the language of your children. It will help you to know the extent of deviation. My son's friends will come, some of them were bad friends, they will come, let's date. They may let's go. If you are older man, you won't understand, they will leave you and go. And you know what they call swag? I didn't know, I thought of swag. Now clothes, they call swag. So they simply say, Papa, your swag not Israel. But I know now. Somebody say, we're going to foster. They're going to eat. I'm not foster parent, they're talking about foster. So you have to learn the language and then you know the follow. Thank you very much.
So that was the voice of Councillor Mark B. Freeman, Associate Professor, joining us through there. Again, this FM 106.5, your university radio.
Freeman, we say thank you.
Albert Payman Willie of our staff want to say welcome.
I'd like to use this medium to additionally recognize some of our guest platform. Here we have Dr. Fatima Greed Kwekwe, National President, University of Liberia Alumni Association in the Americas. That is ULIBA. Put your hands together. She's here with her husband. Her husband is Dr. Kwekwe. He's also here. Just wave to the audience. Thank you. We have Dr. Barkai Robinson, an alumni and faculty of the University of Liberia. Put your hands together for him. We have Dr. Edna Reeve Taylor, Vice President for Academic Affairs. We have Dr. Jonathan Taylor, Vice President for Graduate School, University of Liberia. Thank you. Thank you so much. Our next agenda item is remark, in that we have remark from Associate Professor Dr. Josephus M. Gray, Dean of the Amos Sawyer College, but he's being proxied by our esteemed Assistant Professor Reverend Michael O. Seater, Chairman, Department of Philosophy and Religious Study. Come, sir. Put your hands together, please.
So at this juncture is audible remarks. If you just coming our way, this is Lux FM 106.5, your university radio.
Friends who have come to visit us, the family of the Amos C. Sawyer College of Social Sciences and Humanities, university faculty members. I bring you greetings from Dr. Gray, the Dean of our college. He's not faring too well. Arts and crafts are not outside our culture. Arts and crafts are within our culture. We must value them. We must give them significance. And so today we see a display of creativity, of talents, of skills coming from the Department of Arts and Crafts. Let me extend gratitude to the chair of the department and his team, Richard R. Mensah, for the work you continue to do in that department. Today displays that by what you are showing us today, is creativity and skills you are demonstrating. For some of us, we need to attract people to this department, especially people who have the talents of drawing. Let them use this University of Liberia to attend here so that they can acquire such skills. The department is here.
Affairs, Professor Agnes Reeves Taylor, there with remarks.
Speaker, Councilor, Lady Mapayan, the President of the University, and other of the distinguished faculty, students. It is by no mistake that the Arts and Craft Day falls on the first day of our official commencement program. This is because, and permit me to say this, Arts and Craft express the inner emotion of the people. If you want to understand a group, look at the kinds of things that they will draw, the kinds of crafts they will put together. It signifies what the society is thinking. I note that over the years, Liberia has indeed strayed from its intrinsic values and culture. And for me, it raises serious concerns. However, it is not late. And I think in the future, we need to indeed have a specified day that we go back to revisiting the cultural values and the arts and craft that will express those values at this university. It is only then where we can sit and talk about the old stories. I remember growing up when we talk about spider story. There was always a moral to the story. It helped to guide and direct how we behaved to one another.
Welcome, Stanley Payne.
So expand this so that we can go back to being a society, a community where we love each other, we support each other. For the display, I look forward to a lot more. I know it's not a lot as I expected it to be, but I would recommend, and permit me, Mr. Mensah, to say this, that anybody who wants to put in an order can do so, can get it at a later date. I hope that is okay. Mr. Mensah, I don't see where he is right now. Oh, yes. So I hope you will be in a position to take orders from the audience maybe later on where they can purchase items and get your unit busy in doing these things. Thank you very much. Enjoy and welcome to the beginning of the graduation ceremony.
So that was the voice of Vice President for Academic Affairs, Professor Agnes
Thank you, Madam Vice President. We'll take a special remark, and with this we'll do with a standing ovation to take a special remark from Professor Lady Mapayan, President of the University of Liberia. Shall we all stand up to welcome the President of the University of Liberia?
So here she comes, the President of the University of Liberia, Professor Dr. Lady Mapayan.
Mentioned earlier. I love the arts. I am an art lover. I'm an art collector. All my life, I've been a person who visits museums and art shops and galleries everywhere I go, all over. If you go through my photo roll, you're going to see places where I've been taking pictures of art all over the place. So, if you can believe it, I've been waiting all year long for this day. I've been waiting for the arts and crafts. This is the opening event of the commencement week. And how special to me that it's also now part of our 75th anniversary kickoff week. This is great. It's going to be my first chance to really review the productions of UL's arts and crafts students and faculty, and that means a lot to me. I can say that every time I've gone in the Amos Sawyer Lounge, I feel like I'm in a gallery and I walk around and I look at all the art and I start picking stuff out. So we're just getting started. As has already been said by Councillor Freeman, the arts are very important to society. To be frank, the arts are a language all their own. They are unique. They are a form of expression that humankind has utilized since the beginning of history, and even in prehistory. We can go on the cave walls and we can see art there. So why did human beings start doing art at the very beginning, at the dawn of, we don't even want to call it civilization because it was before civilization. Art comes from inside us. Art is part of the human spirit. It is so essential. But one of the things about these times that we live in now, part of the reason for that, I think, is that we place only value on things that generate big money quickly, easily. But that's the wrong approach. First of all, arts can generate money, but let's not even look at that, because they aren't important for their monetary value. They're important for their societal value, their psychological value, which has already been mentioned, for their spiritual value, and for their ability to be a form of human expression. You know, we talk in academic environments about free speech. Able to showcase artistic expression as part of what we do as a university. So I really want to emphasize the importance of the arts. The arts, as we know, a place where tradition meets modernity. The arts are always evolving with the people. The arts that we do today are not the same as the arts that we did thousands of years ago. The tools that we use are different. The ideas that we express are different. While there may be continuities, which are indeed important to carry culture forward over time, it's also important that the arts continue to express the evolution of society, the evolution of human beings, and the evolution of the human spirit. So let's think about how tradition and modernity can come together in what we do in arts education at the University of Liberia. I want to talk about the need to further develop arts at the University of Liberia, and again, I reflect back to the comments of our guest speaker. I love the idea of having an arts conference, convention, symposium, some kind of bigger event. Not only where we bring our own UL people together, but we do outreach to other artists in Liberian society, and maybe even go beyond to West Africa, the continent writ large, and even internationally. The arts are an international movement. Liberian artists should be a part of it. And so let's think about how UL can be a convener for such a conversation. I think that's important and highly desirable. I also want to see our arts department continue to evolve in ways that enable all of our students and importantly our graduates to be art producers and job creators who can reach international markets. I can't tell you how many times I go to Ghana or other countries around Africa. South Africa comes to mind, also Botswana where I was recently, where people are selling their wares to tourists and also on galleries online and doing all kinds of things to market their art internationally. You know, it's not just souvenirs that people are looking for, it's fine art. So what does fine art look like in Liberia, and how are we preparing it for international distribution? Part of the question there is making sure that all of our art productions are durable. You know, I bought some artwork in the Mamba Point Art Market a few years ago, and it was a beautiful set of collages made out of newspaper and other magazines, but it wasn't shellacked, and now the little newspaper pieces are coming off. I still am keeping the art, I'm still going to hang it up. But I said, oh, I wish that this artist had put something there to make the art a little bit more durable. When I used to do some projects in Cape Verde, they showed us how there was a project to teach the Cape Verdean artisans to make their crafts that, in this case, were for the tourist market, to be more durable so that international people would not only pay a higher price for them, but would feel satisfied when they took them home, that they were still in good condition. So we should make sure that we do that. And why? I also want you to think about our university campus. Some of you may have heard in the university strategic plan that we want to build the Fendel campus into music, for dance, for theater, for all those things. We need a more expansive art culture, and UL's University City has had a long time dream of building a performing arts center at the University of Liberia on our Fendel campus. That's right, please clap for them. Because these are not just words. They have already saved up $100,000 to get this project kicked off. They're serious, and I want you to know that they are our friends doing something important. So we need to think about what that art center would be like. You know, yesterday when we had the kickoff Thanksgiving service for the 75th anniversary, we had, I don't know how many people were on that stage, about 100 this a few days before when they were all spread out and their voices were just filling the room. But on the stage they were kind of jammed up. And the conductor, what do you call a conductor? Is that what you call a conductor? Director. The choir director was standing on a pallet, moving around, and I was praying the whole time, don't let them fall. Don't let them fall down. We need an art center that is worthy of the national flagship university. And not only, yes, please clap, because we need it, we want it, and we're going to have it. It should be not only big enough to accommodate mass choir, it also needs to have galleries for our work. This display should be in a gallery. So let's envision that we're having an art center that has a gallery. Historical things, artistic things, scientific things. So I hope that we have a big vision for that art center, Madam President of ULIBA. I'm sure I will talk with everybody who's on the committee for that. So, you know, I want to say my last few words, and also, I forgot to say for the University City, imagine a store where we can sell our artistic wares. All of these things here, we had a store, we could sell them. We're going to have that as well. But I want you to think about the arts and globally. Let me just say one word to you, AI. I'm sure some of you have noticed how AI is affecting art. There's pros and cons. One of the pros is that it can express people haven't sorted out the intellectual property aspects of AI. Sometimes when you create something, somebody just goes and grabs it and put it in their AI and they don't give you credit. So that's something that we need to sort out because artists deserve credit for those creations. We're building a new AI and cybersecurity master's program here. I hope that there will be an arts component within it. I don't know for sure yet, but there ought to be. And I want as we grow tech capacity, Darren Wilkins, at the university, let's grow it in a way that our artists can also benefit. We want to make sure that the creative arts that use technology, including visual arts, film, music, musical recording, you know, all of the art that use technology can find a place at the University of Liberia. So on that note, I just want to begin by saying
4 portraits to unveil. And we are going to call on our great portrait will be unveiled. Dr. Lady Mapine, please put your hands together.
Wow.
Put your hands together.
Chairman of the
So he's Senator Nomenity Batikwa.
We go to the second portrait, and that will be unveiled by our dynamic Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Edna Reeves Taylor. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen.
And so up next
is
Vice President for Academic Affairs. Vice President for Academic Affairs, Professor Dr. Edna Reeves Taylor. Artwork, if you may. That's a nice one. I said that's a nice one. Yeah. As compared to the first one.
Vice President.
Let's see who's going to do the third.
Portrait
We expect the proxit of Dr.
Taylor.
Yeah, so I'm right.
Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Taylor, Vice President for Graduate School.
Okay, so no, I'm not right. I'm not right on this. So he's the Vice President for the Graduate School, Professor Taylor. So let's see what lies beneath these covers. Let's see what lies beneath these colors. Again, this is the University Radio, Lux FM 106.5 online platform. Okay, so this is Dr. Ekli. So let's see what lies also beneath these covers. Okay, that's Associate Professor Josephus Moses Gray.
Dean of the Amos Sawyer College of Social Sciences and Humanities, Dr. Josephus Moses Gray. Liberia, Honorable Chair would like to remind or thank everyone for taking part today in the march. Everyone who showed up today from the University of Liberia family to participate in the march today. The Office of Public Relations, unbeknownst to I would like to say thanks to everyone. So having said that, we took our benediction. We'll also encourage a clergy to volunteer to take our benediction. Thank you, Reverend Kofa, from the Department of English and Language Studies. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen.
And so, viewers,
Let us all stand for the benediction. Our Father and our God, we thank you for this program today. President, his vice presidents, and all those who have come today to be part of this unique program. Father God, we pray that even the recommendations.
different types. There are notebooks or diary if you may. Big. Let's see what else we can do. I'll give you some other artwork. I present to you some of the artworks that have been produced here by this department. Thanks for facilitating this broadcast. Okay, and we'll talk to you until we talk to you. It is a wrap from our end. But just in bidding farewell, we want to say this is the beginning of the 105th graduation exercises that began yesterday with